Hi, Ms. Bryan. We are making this video that we had planned to make actually at the beginning of June, but time just gets away from you and the like. But I was remembering and dwelling a bit on the redistribution days of all the stuff, talking with you about how your daughter might want to try and play Quiz Bowl, and when she gets to high school, and maybe if her middle school develops a Quiz Bowl team that she might want to play, and the prospect of how you would go about starting to learn all the things that are there. And Emily, my daughter, who has met y'all, and I think played with your daughter a couple of times when she came to school. But at any rate, she's going into the 6th grade, and she too maybe will become involved with Quiz Bowl, I hope, at both middle school and or high school. And again, it's a little daunting. So I had this wild idea that maybe we could to have it be less go it alone for both Emily and your daughter, to have an activity on a weekly or bi-weekly, or not bi-weekly, bi-monthly basis that would be manageable and fun and involve someone else, maybe be slightly competitive, those sorts of things like that. And so if you're interested, this is kind of an idea that we had. So it starts out at NAQT. If you watch the other videos that I have from my primer, you'll realize that there are a lot of resources, a lot of different places, and a lot of different things that people can do in order to be able to start acquiring all of that knowledge for Quiz Bowl and the like. But I thought this might be a simple and easy one that we could do, and something that I could tailor it both for my daughter Emily and yours, that could be, again, manageable in bite-sized chunks. So this is it. NAQT is a company that is a overarching, looming force in the world of good Quiz Bowl. And if you go to its website, naqt.com, and go to Practice and Learn, they have these things called You Gotta Know, which are articles that they write on a monthly basis. They come out with once per month. And essentially, they are lists of 10 to 15 items of basic things that are asked about a lot in Quiz Bowl over a wide variety of topics. And so as you can see here, these are the most recent ones for the last 12 months or so. And here in July of 2020, most appropriately, the topic is African American authors, due to, obviously, I'm assuming, the way that race relations and systemic racism has been in the news. But at any rate, when you click on it, it lists out all the folks that you need to know: James Baldwin, Gwendolyn Brooks, Ralph Ellison, Hansberry, Hughes, and so forth and so on. And you can see that there's only, like I said, 10 to 12 of that they're going to be there. And so this is what I had an idea of. If you go and browse by category, I asked Emily at the beginning of the year, I said, hey, what about if you were to take one article a week that you're interested in, and either a week or a 2-week period, you could study it, and then there would be a way to quiz you on just those particular items. So instead of saying, go learn history or go learn literature, to compartmentalize it and to, of course, gravitate towards the things that you are interested in. And so I asked her, pick which one you would like, because you can simply look at them chronologically, which is here. But as I clicked on it, you can also have them by category. And so I said, which would you like? And she said, oh, geography. So I said, okay. And so then I said, well, which of these articles most interested you? And she said, interestingly, African bodies of water. And the reason why she chose it was because I think she had probably, get back in the screen, had learned about the Sahara and Egypt, and she thought that, it was really dry. And so she thought, like, how in the world are there bodies of water? And so when you click on it, the person said, these are the, African bodies of water that will most likely come up in Quiz Bowl. And these are the ones that you need to know. And so this is what I thought, that Emily would pick a topic, your daughter would pick a topic, and both of them would study, for lack of a better word, and just review for a week or 2 weeks, however long y'all see fit, just these items. Emily would probably make flashcards. I might, go over them with her. Maybe she could watch YouTube videos, she could Wikipedia them, the whole gamut of all the things that you can do in order to learn about stuff. And then what I would do is I would make an opportunity for them both to be quizzed over all of the items, with the answers being, as you can see here, the Nile River. Of course, I would jumble them all up and the like, and both of the topics chosen by her, and then the one chosen by your daughter, all the way down. And I will set up a folder that I'll send you the link for. And in that folder, there would be player 1, same set of questions, and player 2, same set of questions. And I would choose the questions from previous Quiz Bowl questions that I have access to, and I would choose the ones that I would try to make it to where it's most appropriate and easy for middle school and or novice for Emily's sake and your daughter as well. And what you would do is that if you were player A, you would simply open up, the person going to be reading the questions to them. And these, I think, are over certain, like maybe southeastern states and Canadian provinces or something like that. So these are much more difficult, much more involved, because I think I use these for my team. But you would click open it. You would open it with Google Docs, and you would simply read the questions to your daughter. And at the point at which she gets it right, you would highlight the point of where she did. So, for instance, let's just look at the question here, the third one, which I think is on Connecticut. And so, blah, 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 blah. And again, this is much more difficult than the ones that I would find, and much more lengthy. I would find shorter ones and better ones. But let's say that she would get it when you say, for 10 points, name this nutmeg state. And then, Emily or your daughter would say, oh, that's Connecticut. And so you would highlight all these. There we go, highlight color, letting them know that that's the point at which you had gotten it. And then the next one, you do the same thing, the Canadian province with capital Victoria, or let's say that she got it at the point at which, she would be familiar. And of course, this is not what middle schools would be familiar with, more so high schoolers. The Straits of Juan de Fuca, highlight it right there. Or let's say on the next one, Texas, let's say that they knew about the Edwards Plateau and that they got it right at that point. So you would highlight it there. And of course, if, which I'm sure will be the case for Emily, that, if they get to read the question, they don't remember what it was from the 2 lists that they had memorized, that, you wouldn't highlight at all. And that way you could, I could go back and kind of have like a virtual round between the 2 of them. But it's just an idea, like I said, of being able to have something that is a small, and here you can see that it's then highlighted the way that it was. And so each of the 2 of them, then you could see at the point, because if over here, the third question, they were to have gotten it correct at the point of which, I forgot, it was a nutmeg state, where your daughter got that. But then on the other one, for Emily, if on theirs, she didn't know it until she had to have the capital of Hartford, then obviously, and you gotta open it in Google Docs, here it is, if she only gotten it at the point where she had, remembered what the capital was, then that being highlighted, then that would have meant that for that question, the person who got it earlier would have been the one who would have gotten it, and they would have been the one who have, gotten the points for it. And so just a way that obviously it combines several things. One is that it makes it to where it is less overwhelming. You concentrate on 1 to 2 items per 1 to 2 weeks of a particular category. 2, you can choose what you are interested in, and obviously, get it on the screen, choose what the other person is interested in. And then lastly, it makes it to where, again, you're not doing it on your own. You're doing it with someone else, kind of like when, you start to exercise or go into something like that. It's always good to have a partner to kind of do it with, so you're not, just going on your own. And then finally, what makes it fun is it's a little competitive to say that, I try to study so that I'll get the question earlier or get more questions right, let's say, than the person that I'm doing this with. So if this is at all anything that you might be interested in, just let me know, and go and select your topic, and I will make sure that I go and find appropriate Quiz Bowl questions from the various sources that I have, and make it to where they are short, easy, only over the items that they have chosen, and in that way maybe have a systematic kind of fun way to where you can start out. So, Emily, does that sound like something you would be interested in doing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, let me know what you think. And sorry that this was so long, but maybe you'll be interested in it. So, bye.
Bye.